Hi, Dr. Nehru. Today, I would like to discuss the recently launched National Energy Transition Roadmap, NETR, and evaluate its policy-making process. To provide context, the policy-making process typically comprises 5 stages. The first one will be problem identification and agenda setting, policy formulation, decision-making, implementation, and also evaluation. The policy-making process is important as it identifies and prioritizes societal issues, engages with stakeholders and uses evidence-based analysis to design effective, feasible, and strategic solutions. For the NETR, the policy-making process begins with problem identification, which highlighted 3 pressing issues. The first issue is rising greenhouse gases emission. Malaysia faces significant challenge in reducing carbon emission due to its heavy reliance on fossil fuel. So if you can see from the chart, the energy sector contributes nearly about 80% of the nation GHG emission. The second issue is the global race toward net zero. So by 2022, approximately 140 countries had pledged net zero commitment. So Malaysia recognized that this important of aligning with all these global targets to remain competitive and responsible. Lastly, energy security is also one of the issues. Malaysia is increasingly dependent on the energy import that pose risk to the country energy reliances and also independence. These challenges set the stage for the NETR development and underscore the importance of a robust, evidence-driven policy-making process. The second stage involves policy formulation, with focuses on the creating effective and acceptable action to address the identified problem. So there are 4 proposed steps, which are appraisal, dialogue, assessment, and consolidation. The first step, appraisal. It can be seen from the Ministry of Economy leads the development of the NETR by collaborating with the steering committee and also technical committee to synthesize the data and research. This stage is also important to identify the stakeholder and determine how and when their engagement can be effectively carried out. So this stage also generate multiple ideas on solution and policy responses through brainstorming. This will be followed by the dialogue step, where the Ministry of Economy organize workshop as a platform for discussion and also information exchange between ministry, agency, and also private sector. This is including also those from Sabah and Sarawak. Thirdly, assessment, which actually break down the problem into components, where we can see from the project team in NETR that undertook the comprehensive scoping and also stock taking process of the macro and also sectoral policy. Lastly, consolidation, where it involves refine option as also seek consensus on the policy solution. Another stage of policy making process I would like to discuss is policy implementation, where government puts strategy into action to address identified issue. For example, Prime Minister Dr. Sri Anwar Ibrahim launched the NETR and divided into 2 phases. The phase 1 focuses on the 10 flagship catalyst project and also impact initiative, where each align with 6 energy transition level driven by dedicated champion. So this followed by phase 2, which emphasizes establishing the energy mix, defining GHG, emission reduction pathway, and also setting specific target and initiative. To ensure success, government has also included the cross-cutting enabler, such as financing investment, policy regulation, human capital development, and also just transition, as well as the technology and infrastructure to facilitate the implementation, coordination, and also integration of the strategy across the sector. So hence, I think all these examples can be seen and also applied in the policy-making process of the National Energy Transition Roadmap. Yeah, that's all from me.